Hello again, and welcome back to another edition of Jones and for Wins. My name is Craig Havens. I'll be your host. Joining me again is Jonathan Almanzar. He will be the guy that hides points from me, takes them for himself, tries to explain it away with various different reasons he comes up with on the fly. Today we're going to talk about the upcoming game. The Dallas Cowboys are going to they will not be joining, but they'll be going against the San Francisco 49ers. They're going to have that game in the first divisional round, and we are going to discuss that game along with the three other games, and we'll talk about what our picks are for those games. We'll talk about the over-under. Jonathan, what are you thinking about the game this coming week? You feeling good about it? You feeling a little nervous? Big defense we're going against? How you feeling?
I feel cautiously optimistic.
Why cautiously? I feel good. I feel really good. I do.
Okay.
So why are you cautiously optimistic?
Because I've been a Cowboys fan for over 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
And the last 30 or so three-quarters of them have proven that the Cowboys can lose to anybody in the playoffs.
They can.
And the 49ers are a team that we've seemed to lose against often. We beat them. We beat them sometimes.
Yeah.
But we've also lost against them. 30 years ago, we beat them in Candlestick Park.
Yep. I'm calling them. I'm not calling. All right. I have come out with a sheet of stats as to why we should win.
Nice.
Are you saying we're winning this game, or are you saying that you're thinking this is going to be a game that we might be taken out of the playoffs?
I think I'm cautiously optimistic that we will win.
Meaning, you are thinking it's going to be a very tight game. Maybe a ref call makes the decision.
No, not necessarily. That doesn't necessarily mean I think it's going to be a tight game. We could blow them out. We could also get blown out.
And I'm asking what you're thinking is going to happen, not what you think could happen. I mean, those could all be scenarios. We could always blow a team out. We could always get blown out. And we could always have a tight game that goes either way. What do you think is going to happen in this game?
Are we calling the score right now?
No, I just want to know if you think it's going to be a big game for the Cowboys where they really shine. If you think it's going to be a game where a bad decision is going to make the decision, or it's going to be really close. Last guy who has the ball scores to make the win.
I do not think that's how the Cowboys win. I think the Cowboys win by double digits.
So you're going double digits.
Mm-hmm. But I'll wait till we.
Correct. I agree. So I looked things over. I've been excited about this. I looked things over. So San Fran has played as many games as we have, which for 30 of the teams is the case. San Fran has played.
That's not true. Only 28 of
29.
them.
29.
28. Only 28.
Who hasn't?
Because Cincinnati and Buffalo haven't played as many games as we have.
Right.
Neither have Philadelphia or Kansas City.
All right, we're not going to do this. All right.
So,
either
am
way,
I right?
You are correct, yes. San Fran, I'm only going with the regular season. San Fran has played in their 17 games. They've played and they've won 13, lost 4, correct?
Correct.
Okay, we're doing just the regular season. Now, how many of those teams have they played that had a winning record?
I'm going to say 5.
I'm already having my celebratory cigar for the game.
Wow.
They have played and they have won. They have five teams that they've played that they've had a winning record on.
That's what I said.
Excellent. I know.
I'm really good at this game. I'm good.
You are. Okay. So, how many of those games did they win?
I'm going to say 1.
Wrong. 4. They won 4 of them. I'm still optimistic because those teams are Seattle twice, who had a winning record, but Seattle's winning record is 9-8. They beat the Chargers and they beat the Dolphins.
Okay.
And they beat the Dolphins with Tua, so I can't argue that. And the Chargers have been, I mean, both of those teams though aren't that high. Chargers are 10-7, Dolphins 9-8.
Okay.
They lost to the Chiefs.
Okay.
So I've already ruined my next question. How many games have they played against teams that have scored? No, I didn't really answer that wrong. Teams that have scored over 400 points in the season. How many games have they played against games, not teams? Games have they played against teams that have scored 400 plus points?
I'm going to say 2.
They played 3. They played 2 times
Kansas
against
City.
Seattle. And
Seattle scored over 400 points?
407 to be exact. So they beat them twice. And Kansas City, with 496 points, they lost to.
So Miami didn't score over 400 points. Huh?
Nope. Miami has scored 397 points.
Okay.
This is the number one defense in the league. In fact, they've had 326, 287, 304, 347, 365, 496, 304, 391, so on and so forth. Looking at the Dallas Cowboys, same record. How many games have the Cowboys played against teams with a winning record?
8.
All right. What's the record in those 8 games?
I was right again?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm good at this.
I'd expect you to know that. You and I have talked about that piece.
I'm going to say they have won. They played 8. I'm going to say they've won 6 of them.
Mm-hmm. This is correct. 6-2. They beat the Giants twice, Cincy once, the Eagles once, Detroit once, Minnesota once. So, and their records are a lot better than the records of the teams that San Fran has beaten. So, and they lost to the Eagles and the Jaguars. So, games against teams that have scored 400 points, the Cowboys, how many have they played? How many games have they played against teams with scoring 400 points?
5.
6. And in those 6 games, what is their record?
4-2.
That is correct, sir. 4-2. They beat Cincinnati. They beat Detroit. They beat Minnesota. They beat the Eagles. They lost to the Eagles, and they lost to the Jaguars. So the Cincinnati has scored 418 points. Detroit has scored 453 points. Minnesota has scored 424 points. The Eagles have scored 477 points. The Eagles, again, 477, and the Jaguars, 404. So I don't know that San Francisco has really had a big challenge except for the Kansas City game. Granted, I'll give them the fact that they beat Seattle 3 times in 1 year, which is a tough thing for any team to do. But it happens. I plan on doing that against the Giants should we face them, which I think we will, but we'll get to that later. I believe the Cowboys' defense might actually be better than San Francisco's defense, just facing heavier challenges. I think that the Cowboys' offense is better than the San Francisco offense. Am I wrong?
I would say the San Francisco's rush defense is a lot better than the Cowboys' rush defense.
I'm not arguing that. I'm talking overall.
I would say overall, San Francisco's is slightly better because I think their rush defense is a lot better than the Cowboys' rush defense, and our pass defense is a little better than their pass defense.
I think our defensive backfield is better.
Our defensive backfield is, but our defensive line isn't any better, like our rushers. So I'm saying
we're a little better. Or are you going to say
no? I'm going to say we're a little better pass defense. They're a lot better rush defense, which makes them a little better total defense.
Okay. I'm still going to say you're wrong.
Okay.
I don't have any stats now left to back that up except the things that I've gone through. And listen, they can't control who they played. So I can play this card all I want, and it works great on paper. We're going to see what it plays out to in real life. But we've played better teams and held them down. I mean, Minnesota, one of the biggest challenges we had, we did considerably well against. I don't remember the first score with the Eagles. Do you remember what the score was when we had Cooper Rush?
Cooper Rush? No, but we held them in the 20s because I remember thinking if we could score like 28, we would have won, I think, but I'm not positive.
I think you're right. I just don't remember. But
Yeah.
I mean, this is the way I see this playing out. I see the Cowboys having a really good game. I think that Dak Prescott's going to have a really good game. And I think Zeke is going to have a good game.
I don't think Zeke is going to have a good
I
game,
know you
but
don't.
how many points did the Cowboys score? And I know 5 of those games were with Cooper, and one
So
was
the
that Cooper game against the Redskins.
Cowboys
But
have scored 467 points. So it's a team that is going to force. I mean, we'll see how it goes. Again, the teams that Seattle has played, point scoring wise, I mean, they've just been lower. I mean, listen, the Cowboys haven't had it terrible either. I mean, our division is, I think most people would say, the toughest division in the league. I don't think I'm far off there, correct?
yeah, I don't think you're far off.
Okay. So the Cowboys, I mean, they played Chicago 326, but so did San Francisco. But if you look at the Cowboys, Bucks were 313, Cincy 418, 365, 321, 307, 477, 453, 326, 370, 424, 365, 289, 289, then 400s, 300s. So
Who had 289? Houston
200,
and
probably Houston. Yeah, Houston and Texas and the
Indianapolis.
Colts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Oh.
in fact I was at one of those games.
How
But
many points did San Francisco score?
San Fran scored a total of, I have that too, I think. I might not put that one down. I don't think I did.
I'm going to say 455.
All right, well, you can say that and look it up. But in my opinion, I think that in my professional opinion, which has been proven over and over again, I'm going to say that the San Francisco 49ers are going to be on the losing end of this one.
Okay.
So if we want to do scores, we can. I can give you my score, but I think it's going to be a good game for the Cowboys. I'm not saying San Fran can't score against them because Dallas has its share of giving up, big plays and things of that nature. And they have a guy named Christian McCaffrey who probably could run against us.
Yeah.
I'm not denying their talent. They're a damn good football team, but I think the Cowboys can hold this. Do you got the points there?
No, all I can find is their total first downs, which is 347.
Can't you just go into the
Plays.
standings? It seems easiest. So, but if I look at things, I mean, when I look at these things, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at who they're playing and what they've done. San Francisco has had a total of 450 points. So
What did I say?
I don't remember.
I said 455.
Well,
I
there
was
you go.
5 points off on an entire season. I was 5 points off. That is incredible.
I'm sure you're going to give yourself some points for this.
Not a full point, but in the spirit of 5, I'll give myself 0.5
All of my
point.
hard work and analysis on this gives nothing
3 to
me,
4.
but it gives you
3 to
something.
4. 4 to 3. Good job.
All right, so all right.
I mean, I was 5 points off on an entire season,
I
Craig.
hear you. I hear you.
That's incredible.
I hear you well. So I want to talk about this game. I want to get your take on what you think is going to happen in this game. I mean, are you looking at the Cowboys throwing the ball more? What are you looking at? Do you think they're going to be aggressive the way they were in the last game against Tampa? Do you think they're going to, as you mentioned, they've got a much better run defense than we do? Where are you looking? Short, quick passes, swing passes, hitch passes?
I think we'll hit some
deep balls
to Ty and Gallup, even though I'm not a Gallup fan.
Ooh, hey, quick, before you jump on that, speaking of jump, did you see our icon for our last podcast? I thought it was Gallup went up and caught that out of the air with his hands.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty incredible. I'm shocked that anyone had got a picture of that. So I think we're going to have a couple deep balls, one to Ty, one to Gallup. I think Dak is going to have another rushing touchdown to keep up with his whole little rushing touchdown thing. I think we'll use our tight end a lot and CD on some slants. So I think overall it's going to be. I think it's going to be a big passing day for Dak again. I think he's going to throw one interception. But I think we'll win 34-21.
I have 36-24.
And I think that we're going to have a missed extra point.
Oh, I don't.
Game.
And we're going to talk about that piece because we were going to bring it up during the last conversation, yesterday's podcast, and we didn't. And now we've got extra to talk about with that. But I do think I went with 36-24. I think that we're going to do a big air game. I want to ask you a question. What is going to constitute a good game for Zeke? What would you say is a good game for Zeke? 3 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, no touchdowns, but 85 yards, no touchdowns, but 174 yards. What are you saying is a good game for Zeke? He is the guy that is like the ramming. He's not the guy they're using right now for the long run, explosive run.
Over 75 yards rushing.
What if he has 3 touchdowns and 38 yards rushing?
Nah, anybody could have got those touchdowns. That's how I would feel.
I've seen it. We haven't had anybody get those touchdowns. I've watched this in teams past.
That's how I feel.
All right. So he's got to have 85 yards. Doesn't matter how many touchdowns he has.
75 yards rushing. More
75 splitting carries. He's got to have 75 yards. All right. I'm putting that down. I'm calling him for 2 touchdowns either way. All right. So I do think he has a good game. I think that he gets to. I agree with you. I think that Zeke will run one in on an option. I think that he might even sneak it in. We don't really do the quarterback sneak as much as
Zeke or Dak.
Zeke is too. I'm sorry, Dak runs one in for himself as well.
Okay.
But I think that Lamb has a good day. Do you think we get Ty back into this game? He started out strong, and then we just kind of we never really hit him a lot, but it seems like his name doesn't get called that much anymore.
Yeah. No, I think he has a couple big catches. I don't think he's 7 or 8 catches, but I think he has 3 catches for 70 yards, something like that.
I guess what I look for from him is he's the guy I expect to go downfield and do like he did in his first game.
Yeah.
A 40-yard catch downfield. He's the guy I'm expecting to do that with Gallup not being where he used to be on speed. I don't know why he's not where he was on speed, but
I expect all 3 of his catches to be first down catches.
Okay.
Not on first down, but create a first down for us.
Here's a question. All right, now I got a good question for us. Over under is 2. All right. It's a tight end. It's a throw to a tight end on 3rd down. The over under is 2. Whether or not he catches the ball, he runs his route short of the first down marker. Because they're going to throw it to him at least twice on 3rd down.
Oh man! I'm actually going to take.
It'd be over by if I put 5, but
I'm going to take the under.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we're going to pick up. We're gonna pick up first downs.
I'm not saying he won't get the first down. What I'm saying is, does he catch the ball? Does he run his route short of the mark?
Okay, over.
All right, then I'll take the under.
Under. No, I'm teasing. Over. It could be over in the first series.
Well, no, this is whether his route is short. It's not whether we get the first. It's whether his route
is short. I know. It could be over in the first. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, it definitely could be. Yes. All right. So we've got that. That was my added just now asked question.
Nice.
So, sticks. Okay. So I think the Cowboys are going to win. I think they win in big fashion. I think it's going to be 36-24. Okay. And we may not even allow 24 points, but I think we will. But I think we're going to have 3 field goals and they will have three field goals. They'll have 2 touchdowns, 3 field goals, and the 2-point conversion on one of their touchdowns to get it going. So that's my belief. So they might start with 6, but two field goals will be 6-14, and then on the touchdown they go for 2 to make it 14-14, and the Cowboys take off from there.
Okay,
that would be my belief. But I'm ready for this game. I'm excited for it. I'm really excited for this game, and I was not feeling it earlier in the season. So, but after looking over numbers, I feel really stoked about it. All right, we've got 3 other games in the divisional rounds. We've got the New York Giants going to. Well, no, I'm sorry. First, we've got Jacksonville going to Kansas City. You got thoughts on that game? I mean, this is a tough one for you because these are 2 of your favorite pets. This one has to hurt you. You don't even want to call. You're going to call a tie. You're going to call for the tie.
I really wish you can't tie in the postseason. I really wish Jacksonville was going to Buffalo because I feel like they would blow out Buffalo. I'm going to stick with what I thought at the beginning of the season and go with Kansas City.
I went with Kansas City as well.
But it's closer than like I want to admit. It's going to be a tough game, I think.
I agree with you. Jacksonville, they were your pet project at the beginning of the season. Not in the very beginning because you didn't like them in the very beginning. But as the season went on, you started to say, you even said our first Eagles game, I think you put Jacksonville in your power rankings.
Yeah,
I believe you did.
I did a long time ago.
And that was like week 5 or 6 or something like that. Or 7. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm going with Kansas City. You're going with Kansas City. The over-under on this game is 53.
What?
53 is the over-under. Highest over-under we've seen so far. It's the highest this week, too, as a spoiler alert.
I kind of think it's going
to be
24-21. I think it's going to be 24-21, so I'm going to take the under as well.
Okay. All right. New York Giants are going to be traveling to your Philadelphia Eagles, who you don't even hate as much as I hate, which blows my mind.
I hate the Giants an awful lot, though.
I know you do. Why do you hate the Giants more than you hate? I don't know when the last time we lost to the Giants was.
Because I respect the Eagles fans, and I hate the Giants fans. Eagles fans are annoying and all that, but they're like, I respect them. Like, they'll boo you. We've been to Giants games, like in their stadium with the Cowboys winning, and the Giants fans they're just, I don't like them. They're
like to get into a fight every time you go to a game? I don't understand.
No, but I respect a fan that's willing to fight for his team. I don't respect a fan that they're like, they will tell me, oh, that was a good catch by your guy. Really? Why should you even care? Like, I don't know. I don't like the Giants fans.
Here's what I dislike about
I'm over Daniel Jones. Over him.
Well, I don't know if you can be. The guy's playing well right now. He wasn't playing well last year.
That's what I'm over about. Like, I'm sick. People just saying he's better than Tom Brady. People saying just.
Here's my question for you. Which quarterback in this game is a better quarterback?
I think they're the same person.
They're not at all the same person.
I think they're the exact same. Which one do you think is the better quarterback?
I think Daniel Jones is a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts.
I think
Daniel Jones is a better quarterback. I think he's a smarter quarterback, and I think he's a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts.
Where did he go to school? Duke?
I don't know.
I think he did. Like Duke.
Yes. Yep, you are right.
That's like a smart school. But I think they're the same dude. I think they're the same guy. They're tough. They run. They're big. They're strong.
Mistakes? Who has over their career? Now Jalen Hurts hasn't made as many mistakes this year, but I mean, really, he's made a lot of mistakes in the past. And maybe I'm just hating on Philly, and maybe you're just hating on New York. But
so
I'm going.
We haven't picked this game yet, though,
no,
right?
We haven't.
Did you?
I want to know. Oh, I've already picked mine, but I mean, spoiler alert, I'm picking the Giants.
Okay.
Not a spoiler alert because it's time. So I'm picking the Giants. I told you that on Saturday when they won.
Yeah.
And I think that they will win. First of all, They played in Philly the last game of the season. Philly played and had to win. Giants didn't have to win, sat their starters, played a good game against them. I mean, Philly had to work hard to win that game. Shouldn't have been the
Yeah.
case. We've done the same thing, so I can't totally use that, but we didn't play a team that was going into the playoffs on a game that we absolutely had to win. They had to win.
Right. So you're picking the Giants.
I'm picking the Giants. I'm picking the Giants to win decently. And by decently, I mean better than a touchdown. Doesn't have to be
But I just want to make
over
sure.
7 points. 7 or over. Seven's my
I just
break
want to
even.
make sure you're thinking through this. You have the Giants in the NFC Championship.
I do.
The New York Giants.
The New York Giants. Your New York football Giants are going to the
fraudulent
championship game.
New York
I
Giants.
do believe we've said the same. Now,
in
wait
the
a minute.
NFC.
I don't even know. You haven't put either of these teams in your, I know this for a fact, neither of these teams have been put into your power rankings once. Not once. Both teams you've called fraudulent. Both teams you've said are nowhere near what the record says. Both teams you've said were a joke. So I don't know. I'm saying New York Giants win this game against what you consider two joke teams. I consider one a joke team. Who has a better record than us, by the way? So it's hard, but I still think we're a better team. And I think the Giants are a better team than the Eagles. I know you're picking the Eagles because you're a big Eagle fan.
I'm picking the Eagles.
You think it's going to be a tight game, or you think this is going to be a big win by the Eagles? I'm saying New York wins by 7. This is going to be for however many points you allow, but you're going to give it today. I'm saying if one of us is right, I'm saying Giants win by 7 or more. You're saying the Eagles what? And don't make it a 1-point game.
Eagles win by 1 or more.
Lame.
What's
You're
the line?
afraid to give up your little points, aren't you? I don't know what the line is. It's funny. I didn't pull up the line this week.
I would take it double whatever the line is.
All right, so you're saying double what the line is for the Eagles.
Yep.
How many points are you putting on the board for this?
1.
You're lame because you don't know. If you were so confident in the Giants being such a fraudulent team, you would be like, you know what? I'll put up all of my own points for it. That's what you would do.
Okay.
So you're putting up all of your points?
No. So what position do you think the Giants are better than the Eagles at? At what position? I can think of 2, and that's it.
Well, I can tell you they're better at running back.
That's one of the 2 that I have.
I think they're better at quarterback.
That's not one that I have.
They are not better at receiver.
No.
They
tight end?
No. Front line?
No. The Eagles' front line is really good.
The Eagles' front line is extremely good, yes. Defensive line?
One position of the defensive line, I think that the Giants are better. I think Kayvon Thibodeau is the best of all the defensive linemen. I think he's the best one
in the game.
In the game.
I agree with you, but I think that gives them an edge up on line.
But the Eagles' defensive tackles are really good.
Yeah, they are. But they're getting aged, aren't they? Are they?
I don't know. I don't know if that matters in one game.
I know. I agree with you. All right, so DBs, not linebackers, just the safeties.
Yeah. I think the Eagles. I would take the Eagles over the Giants.
All right. How about linebackers?
Linebackers, I just don't know. I don't know either one of their linebackers at all.
I don't either. How about coaching?
I like Sirianni. I think he's a good coach.
I think the Giants take the coaching.
I just still can't take that dude serious. I just can't take him serious yet.
Well, I mean, he's winning right now, and I'm not going to argue with them. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to beat the Cowboys next week. Oops. But I just gave another spoiler.
Yeah. All right.
So, we already gave the Cowboys score. So, yeah. All right. So, Eagles, Giants. You want to guess the line? What do you think? Or not the line, the
over-under? I'm going to say the over-under is 41.5.
It's 48.
What?
Yep. For the record, I took the over.
Me too.
And the funny thing is, Eagles they do have a good defense, but all right, you're taking the over
Yeah.
on 48, and you thought it was 41.5, and you're still taking the
Yeah.
over. All right,
Yeah.
can't talk you into the under.
No.
All right, Cincy is going to Buffalo.
Mm. Man, I really want to pick Cincy for this, but I mean, they were winning that game earlier this year. They got canceled. Uh, I, I feel like they're a better team. I have no faith whatsoever in Josh Allen. I think the Bills are overrated, but I think that it is destiny that we
Wow,
have
you're
an
going with
AFC championship.
destiny.
I think it's destiny that we have an AFC championship game in Atlanta. So I'm going to go with the Bills.
Are you going if it's there?
No.
Okay. I'm going to go with Cincy. I think they're a better team. I think they were
I
going to
think
win
they're a
that
better
game.
team too. I think
I
they were
think,
too.
I think they have a better quarterback.
I do too.
They have better receivers. It's a tough
Agreed.
one, but it is. I think they have a better defense.
I think it's a wash, but
That is, yeah. No,
I
you're
don't.
right. But I did
But
just
I don't care.
underrate
Like
Buffalo's
if you
defense.
said they're better, I would be like, sure.
I don't know. I don't. I might take that back. But either way, listen. They Buffalo gave up way too many points against a third string guy who's barely started a game.
I know.
I don't see that as a
I'm
strong walk into the playoffs.
the
So,
Bengals offensive line scares me, man.
hmm and they've got injuries to boot.
Yeah,
But he has been dealing with them all year. He's
I
been
know.
dealing with a bad line all year. The guy he gets himself free of any issue. He steps out of the pocket. He's got good pocket awareness when he's able to stay in the pocket, which collapses within 3 seconds. So I guess it doesn't have to be good pocket awareness to know you got to get out of there. But no, I think he's done well, and I think you'll see more quick passes, things like that. I'm going with Cincinnati on this one. You're going with Buffalo.
I am.
What do you think the lowest over under is in this of all four games? I know it's narrowed down to two now. Well, no, it's not. It's narrowed down to really. It's narrowed down to three. Lowest over under in the
Points
divisional
wise or
rounds.
which game?
Points. What do you think? Remember last week we were trying to figure out which one the lowest points was beforehand.
Yeah.
We're doing that again. So this is for nothing, obviously, but over unders on these games. What do you think the lowest is? So far, we've got 53 and 48.
What was the Cowboys over under?
I'm
You're holding that one back.
I'm holding that back, and I'm holding Buffalo Cincy back.
So I'm going
I've
to say
given you
Buffalo
so far the
Cincy.
Eagles, Giants, and
I think Buffalo Cincy is going to be 44.5.
what do you think the Cowboys is?
41.5.
All right, so you did get the lowest. It is the Dallas San Fran game. It is not though. It's 46. The Cincinnati Buffalo game is 48 points, and I'm going
Wow.
over.
Me too.
I think this is going to be a good division round. So you're taking the over as well. Dallas
I
San
think this could be.
Fran.
I think this could be the highest scoring game in the whole playoffs.
I agree with you.
Not the
Which
whole
one?
playoffs, but in this
Which one?
round. In this round, the Cincinnati
I
Buffalo.
agree. Yeah, I was surprised it was I thought it would have been the highest.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that Kansas City. I don't
Yeah.
think Kansas City Jacksonville is going to be that high of a scoring game.
Either.
I mean, we could both be wrong on that, but all right. So then I know you're taking Dallas, and I know you're taking the over there.
Yes.
So for the record, I have one team that is not. We could be staring at some really weird things if my scenarios come true. I have Kansas City as the only team that is a home field win.
Wow.
But it does kind of play to that, though. I mean, the Giants, Eagles, they're not that far apart of teams. I mean, you have to admit that. Do you really think they're that far off as teams?
Not far off. No, I do think the Eagles are better, but I think they're
And then you've got Cincinnati, Buffalo.
right. No,
They're not
I
far
think
off.
Cincinnati's a better team, but I'm picking Buffalo.
And then Dallas, San Fran. Again, I
And
think they're very evenly matched teams.
yeah,
All these games are evenly matched, so I don't see it being difficult for that to happen. A lot of these are picked based on. I mean, I don't know. I can't see Jacksonville beating Kansas City. So I think Kansas City stays. I think Kansas City ends up in the Super Bowl. I'll give you that against the Cowboys. I had picked Buffalo, and your way kind of lends to me having that win in the end of the season. Mine does not,
Yeah.
which I'm sure you'll take away points for later on in the season. But those are the games. That's how we have them. We've got one difference, really. No, two. You've got
No.
the Eagles, and you've got Cincy. Oh, you've got the Eagles, and you've
Buffalo.
got Buffalo. I've got Giants, and I've got Cincy. Both of us picked Kansas City, and both of us picked Dallas. Our over-unders are even. So
Cool.
this could be.
Well, good luck to you, Craig.
I know. I'm planning on winning. I don't need luck. I can see this happening. I've got focus on these games. I am not talking to anybody. I'm not kidding. I'm kidding a little bit. But I'm not going anywhere for these games. I'm sitting down and watching them. So that's where we are with those. What? Let's talk about this. You called me earlier. You were talking about Bones having this theory as to why the Cowboys were missing. Um, they were missing these field goals, and I talked to you. I guess it was last week, beginning of this. Yeah, it was before that. Yeah, last week about this mysterious piece that shows up in games. These markers that are showing up before kicks, and the
Yep.
place marker picks it up really quick. Placeholder picks it up really quick, and it turns out it's an illegal piece. It's been seen
Yeah.
in lots of games. Actually, I think almost everyone in the playoffs has had this seen. I don't know if San Fran has. Dallas hadn't, but now it appears they have. So, talk to us about it. What is
So, yeah,
Bowen's theory on why we missed so many kicks last
I'm
week?
going to read this directly from DallasCowboys.com.
Perfect.
Fossil said a referee took away a holder Brian Anger's spot just before the second extra point attempt, stating rules that prohibit foreign objects to be used as a spot on the field. On this night, the refs decided to wipe it away just before the kick, throwing off Anger's location for the spot and perhaps getting into Maher's head. Then Fossil says, I hadn't seen any memo or discussion about it. I didn't even know about it until our holder came up to tell me what happened. Supposedly, it's been emphasized this season, but it's never been brought up to me in my entire career. It's not an excuse by any means, just very unique to have that happen. Even though you and I were talking about this last week, like you
It
said.
was listed as an emphasis before the playoffs started. They
Yeah.
put out an article. It was in everything talking about this mysterious dot that a lot of people had talked about not even knowing what it was, but apparently it's pretty common. Though I don't know how common it was because I've never heard of it. You've never heard of it. I've never
Right.
seen it. And you would think that's a very hard thing because let's say somebody blocks it. Does the holder, like if they know it's illegal, you think they'd be grabbing it no matter what. But what comes first, the ball or the little marker that shows you cheated? So I don't know. But it's interesting that he's putting that on there. And then he had more
There's
to
more.
say. Yeah.
Another odd event that occurred was the fact that the Cowboys lost their first two K balls and had to use a K3, a ball that is almost out of the box and hasn't been doctored up or worked in as much. Bostel said all teams get 3 kicking balls to use in a game, but for some reason, the first 2 went into the stands and were never retrieved, leaving the Cowboys to kick and punt with the K3, a newer, undoctored ball.
So here's where my confusion comes there. Each team is granted 3. Cowboys lose 2. By math, and I learned this math back in like kindergarten, 3, and you take away 1, 2, that leaves you 1 left. Where's that
Yeah.
ball? Maybe they lost count as well as losing
Yeah.
balls.
Maybe when he would, when they kick into the little thing on the
The
side,
net, yes.
the net,
Got
maybe he
tangled in
missed
there.
that.
It
Maybe
got-
he
it-
missed he missed that, and he was too embarrassed, and he's just like, I don't know where it went. Like, it's weird. We had 3, but now we don't have any, so we're gonna have to use this undoctored ball. Can you imagine in baseball if anyone said, I pitched that and he hit a home run because I used an undoctored,
I think that would go wrong.
unroughed
Listen,
up ball.
I didn't get to rough up the ball before because the ref took it away. The ump
Came
took it
right
away.
out of the box, brand new.
I can see though a little bit about it because if it's legal, why wouldn't a pitcher? And then they could use that as an excuse.
Yeah.
They have these I mean, I know for a fact that Tom Brady liked his balls doctored.
Yeah, yeah,
We all saw that.
yeah.
But
He did.
no, but I can see a kicker wanting. I don't know. I don't know how much I can see any of
I,
this.
I
I
I
can
can
see
see him
that they
wanting the
should
ball.
be right, but they should be able to kick that ball, especially for an extra point. A very typical, very consistent kick. It's the same every time. It
It,
is your most common kick you will ever do in any game. That
I feel
kick.
like he should be able to kick a basketball for for an
I
extra
feel like we
point.
should make that a rule.
Like
Let's
just.
do it.
But here's my question: why make a ball that then has to be? Why not just learn to kick the ball instead of having to manipulate a ball to be able to kick it? Why not just
Why?
learn to kick the ball that you have?
But I have another question. Why? Okay, so why do we not have like why is there only three allowed?
I don't know.
Why can't you bring as many balls as you want to the game?
I don't know. I don't know. I
And
don't
if you
understand
lose
that either.
two, just say, "Hey, I found it, and we
And
have three
why
still."
why do you get to have your own balls? Like why not? Why why isn't that something
I
that's
like
supplied
having
by
my
the
own
stadium?
balls.
Why isn't that something that's supplied by the stadium? Why are you like, well, we keep these in our case that we brought? I feel like
But
that's
each team
set
has
up
their
for
own
cheating.
balls for throwing too, for playing
Yeah,
during the game. They
I just
switch
think
the
it's
balls out
weird.
constantly. I find that weird too because when when I played or when I coached youth even, nobody gave us separate balls. It was like, hey, here's the ball. This is the game ball.
Yeah,
This is the coin we
yeah.
use. Can you bring your own coin? Maybe you can bring your own coin for the flip and we get better at
Maybe the Cowboys should try. They'd still mess it up though. The guy Mar would be out there and be like, tails? It's a two-headed coin, you idiot. Um, but I
Oh,
just
wait, that's my spotter.
yeah. Oops. It's
And the ref just
ridiculous
takes it
that
away.
I get it if it was like a long field goal or something or an onside kick, but this is just an extra point. Like he should have been able to kick anything.
Yeah,
He should have been able to kick the helmet. Anger should have just ripped off his helmet, set it down, and he kicks it through.
yeah, that would have actually been cool. I
Yeah,
would have liked that. That would have been awesome. But he would have had to put
we'd have
something
got
on the bottom of that.
and we'd have got a 15. We'd have got 15-yard penalty
Oh,
for him
that's
taking
true.
the helmet.
They'd have to kick it again,
Yeah,
taking off his helmet again. Before you know it, it'd be a safety.
yeah.
Can you get a safety on an extra point? I've never.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
You
It's
go for
worth
the
a
extra
step.
point. No, but if you go for the extra point and it's fumbled and it keeps getting bounced back. I mean, that's a long way for it to get bounced back. There's no way that's ever happening. It's going to
But
happen. This is going to
it's
be the
going to
game.
happen, and it will be a safety because it's the same as the 2 points. It'd be just like when they
Right.
run back a 2-point conversion for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Why does no one ever do that? No one runs them back.
It used to be run back. I
Yeah,
mean, on a 2 point, well, nobody can run back an extra point, and they can if they block it, and that's
yeah.
been done. But a 2 point conversion has been run back. Pick.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we've gone through the games. Any game that you feel is like a lock to win?
Ooh, no, no. I don't have a lock this week.
I think I'm going to go with Kansas City as my lock. I
All right,
gave you the option first. You have to pick one.
I'll go with the Eagles.
All right. All right. I don't know. It's going to be a fun week. I can tell you that. I'm really excited about this week. But I could pick the Cowboys as my lock to win as well. Because if we don't, I'm just going to be too miserable for you to be complaining about it. I probably won't show up next week.
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, what scenario do you see the Cowboys losing this game? You can see it, can't you?
Yeah. I mean, I can see us taking the ball first, going 3-and-out, punting, uh, getting them to third down, then like a defensive holding. They pick up a first down. Before you know it, they score a touchdown. Or a quick strike. Maybe that would even be worse, a quick strike. But San Francisco jumping up 7-0. Then us going 3-and-out again. San Francisco scoring maybe a field goal. And then the rest of the game, it's just us scrambling to get back in it. And some bad ref calls come into play, some stupid things that we do, and we end up losing right at the end of the game. because we just ran out of time. I could see that happening.
I do fear it comes down to a Cowboys kick.
Oh,
Is how comfortable would you feel? We're down, and it's the equivalent length to an extra point. Do you
feel
go for
good.
it? Do you go for
I
it?
feel good. Oh, I feel good.
All right. He
We're
did
getting.
kick the last one. I, I'm hoping he exercised those demons. I am, and you can't even call them demons now because if that's the case, then it's just stupidity. And he had better be practicing. He should have been out there yesterday practicing extra points. Out there today practicing. What does the guy do? Like this is practice, right? I mean, I hope he's not kicking into a net. I hope they've got him set up at the what yard is it when they what do they put it on the 15?
I thought the 16.
Either way.
No, it's got to be further than that, right?
No, it's a 15 because then it'd be a 33-yard,
Okay.
right?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, we're going to say 15 for this. They put it on the 15, and they just sit him there all week. And then they give him rest the day before the game. So Saturday, you don't have to kick, as long as you've hit your numbers. We give him a quota he has to kick. Once he kicks that many field goals, and let's say it's 50, once you kick that many extra points, then you can go back to normal practice.
Yeah.
He might still be practicing on Sunday.
Oh, man. Oh, man. It's ridiculous. They should have made him kick on the plane on the way home.
Well, the funny thing is, Jerry Jones said that there was no risk of them looking at another kicker, and now he says he's not sure if he's going to start.
Yeah. I heard him say that they might be carrying 2 kickers.
Who? Give me a kicker that's out there right now that would be better than a player that's been playing.
Younghoe Koo.
Okay. Didn't expect you to come up with someone that quick. Is he not playing? Wasn't he out there
No,
playing for?
I'm sure he's still on Atlanta's roster. They didn't cut him. So.
No, he wasn't on Atlanta, was he? I thought he was on Atlanta a couple of years ago. Now he was.
No, I'm pretty sure Younghoe Koo still on their team.
I know he played this year.
Yeah.
All right, so there's that. All right, let's talk about we did our power rankings. I've got Cowboys, Chiefs, Bengals. You had what'd you have? Chiefs, Cowboys, 49ers, right?
Cowboys,
Chiefs, 49ers.
49ers, Chiefs.
I was wrong every time. All right. We've got our picks, and let's talk then about what's going to happen. What is your expectation for
When are we doing Seeing Stars?
That's it. That's what I'm saying. We're doing our expectations. What is your Seeing Stars for this week? We have not gotten one right all year, by the way. Not even close to one. Neither one of us has gotten one right.
I'm calling a 2-point conversion ran back for a touchdown.
Ooh. I'd call a bad ref call, but that's too easy. So I guess what I'm going to call is Maher kicks a field goal before the half that is going to be over 55 yards and makes it.
Okay.
And that's a stretch right now. Am I wrong?
I don't think so. I don't think you're wrong. I mean, I feel like he was better from over 55 yards than he was extra points. But
what do you want me to say from the 15?
Yeah, right. A field goal from the 15.
All right. Oh, wow, really? No, I'm not going there. All right. I'll change mine up. I will say that in this game, Zeke runs in 2 touchdowns. He has 78 yards.
Wow, that would be shocking.
78 yards or better with 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
So that's Zeke's play in this game.
Okay. Zeking Stars.
What's that? Zeking Stars, yes.
Zeking Stars. Yeah, and I've got 2-point conversion ran back for a touchdown.
All right.
2 points.
That is what we've got. That is what we can expect for this weekend. I think this is going to be the best weekend of football this year.
Yeah. Last weekend was pretty good, but
Last weekend was really good, but I think this is going to be a better weekend. I foresee 3 visiting teams. I'm calling it now. 3 visiting teams winning. One home team, the Kansas City Chiefs, holding their crown, leaving for some fun next week. The Giants going to the Dallas Cowboys, having the championship game in Dallas, and Kansas City hosting the
Cincinnati
Cincinnati
Bengals.
Bengals.
Yeah.
Which should also be a neutral site, but whatever.
Yeah.
That's my pick.
Cool.
And you're picking for Dallas to go out to the Eagles and for Buffalo to go to Kansas City. So we'll see what happens.
Correct.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any comments, any picks, any thoughts, put them down below. Like us, subscribe. We're going to keep going through the playoffs no matter what happens. But I have a feeling it's going to be a good year for the Cowboys.
Yep, me too.
All right. Thank you,
Awesome.
everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon.